Hi, hello. This is Tutor from Uplatz training. Today we will be learning about the continuation configuration relating to your pre-migration in SAP S/4HANA. So let's switch on the double click on the SAP login icon. So on the screen itself we will get the user ID credentials. So select the server, click on log on, and here the client number is 100. Give the credentials. So in the last session, we have done a configuration related to the enterprise structure, organizational structure. So we have done with the we have done with the configuration relating to your finance enterprise structure. Now we will be doing configuration related to other organizational structure which are important for your integration. Enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting we have done, and we have done with the logistics general SD also. So yet we have to do the assignment part of sales and distribution. So in that the first concept is, so here itself on the screen itself we can even have a view of the transaction codes. So on the IMG screen, go to additional information on the menu bar, select additional information again, select display key, then select ING activity for your T codes to be displayed on the screen itself. So you can see here the new additional information column has been updated. Now the last four digits or the last four alphanumeric number is your code, is your transaction code. Now assign sales organization to company code. So the navigation path or the menu path is the same, whereas the T code would be OVX3. So click on ING activity, click on position. So yeah, so we have configured our sales organization code as 8888, as well our company code is also the same. So assign the company code for your sales organization, hit enter. So here we can see enter, save the data. So save it in your request, enter again to save it in the request. So we can see that we have got a confirmation message that data has been saved in green color. Now let's go back. So for the go back, you will need to hit either F3 or escape option from keyboard. So next assignment in sales and distribution module is say assign distribution channel to sales organization. And the T code for the same is OVXK. Click on IMG activity. Click on new entries. Now here we have given our sales organization code as 8888. So let us update 8888 as well the distribution channel. So we also said we have two distribution channels, that is direct customer as well as retail. So let us assign both. So I've first selected direct customer, then give your all sales organization and the distribution channel. So here what we are showing relationship is between our sales organization and our distribution channels. So it is 8888 and 8889. Enter, save in your request. So we got a confirmation message, data saved. Then go back. Now next is So we are going to assign division to a sales organization. So path is menu path is same, but we have learned for the earlier configurations. So we are in the same menu path. Then here we have assign division to sales organization. Click on new entries. Now sales organization is your code 8888 division. So we have given one division. We said that for our organization we do have only one division, and the code we have given as 8888. Enter, save the data, save it in the request or hit on tick mark to continue, so that we get a confirmation message that the data is saved. Go back. Now next configuration is setup sales area. So the decode for the same is OVX6. Click on IMG activity. Click on new entry. So what are we doing here is we are integrating our sales organization, distribution channel, division at one place, so that the integration among this takes place. So your sales organization code is 8888, what we have decided, what we have configured. Distribution channel is also 8888. Oh, sorry, distribution channel, one of the channel is 88, as well the division is 88, what we have defined. Enter. And we do have another distribution channel, so let us assign that distribution channel also to our sales organization and division. Enter, save, save it in the request or hit on continue. We got a confirmation message that the data got saved. Then go back. And the next concept or the next configuration is assign sales office to sales area. So here you're going to assign your sales office to your sales area. Click on IMG activity. Click on new entries. So we have given our sales organization as 8888, distribution channel 88 as a direct customer, then division, then sales office also we have given 8888. Enter. Again, we are going to assign our another distribution channel called customer to our sales office and division. Enter, save. Save in the request. So we got a confirmation message. Enter, save, go back. Then assign sales group to your sales office. Click on IMG activity. Click on new entries. So your sales office 8888. Then your sales group 8888. We have given the similar code for everything. So, okay. So we have given 88 sales office. Enter, save. Saving the request. Go back. Now assign sales organization distribution channel to your plant location. Click on new entries. So now what are we doing? We are integrating all these entities or all these units to our plant, which is the highest level of unit in your organizational structure of logistics. So sales organization, your distribution channel, direct customer, then we have given our plant also 8888. Enter. We would also assign our another distribution channel to our plant. Enter, save. Save in the request. Go back. Now we will enter into the logistics part of organizational structure into the procurement So first we would define it. So SPRO, IMG, financial accounting, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, we have done. Then enterprise structure, definition, materials management. So here we are going to define the storage location, maintain storage location. Click on IMG activity. So obviously your storage location will be in your plant location itself. So prior or dependent activity for your storage location is your plant code. So we have given our plant code which we have configured. Enter. Click on new entries. Now here, what is your storage location in your plant? So I'm giving the same code and I'm saying that S lock or nothing but storage location. Enter. Save the data. So we say that we have only one storage location. So I have given only one storage location here. Enter. Save. Go back. Now next, maintain purchase organization, which is the highest level of unit of your material management module, which is here, which plays a important configuration for your logistics, materials management, procurement module. So here, that is what we define, uh, purchase organization. So that is also defined with 4 character. Click on IMG activity. Click on new entries. So I will define the purchase organization also the similar code and maintain the description purchase organization for your company. Enter. Save. Enter again the request so that the data has got saved. So you can define n number of purchase organization, but I have created only one purchase organization. Then let's get into logistics execution. So here we are going to maintain the warehouse numbers, shipping point. So define, copy, delete, check warehouse number, path is same till your definition. Then we have logistics execution. Double click on define warehouse number, new entries. So I would give a warehouse number here is defined with 3 digits. So I have given 888 and let's write warehouse number for your company. Enter. Save. Go back. Now next is define, copy, delete, check shipping point. So here you're going to maintain the shipping point details for the procurement process where the goods are shipped. Click on IMG activity. So double click on define shipping point. Click on new entries. So for the shipping point also, as I am defining the same code which we have defined for the plant. So shipping point for your company. Enter. Save. Now it would ask your company details. So enter and give the company name. So I said our company name is brand new company. Then the country field is mandatory field. So update the country field. Enter. So save in the request or hit on tick mark to save it. So we got the confirmation data that the transportation zone is copied to your shipping point. Enter. Save. Go back. Now Now maintain loading point. So here you're going to maintain the loading point details. So to maintain the loading point configuration, shipping point plays a vital role, nothing but whatever loading points we are configuring, the loading points are dependent activity on your shipping point. So whether it can be a receiving point or shipping point, what is the place instead of point, we can say location or a place. So we have defined our shipping point. So enter the shipping point code, enter. Then for this person, for this shipping details, who is a person responsible? So even for this person responsible, all details also have to be given. So loading point, I'm just giving as 01, and let's say it's a responsibility of your procurement manager, or so I'm just giving procurement manager details here. You can write procurement, enter, save. So I'm just saying we have only one loading point for our in our shipping point, where the goods are loaded from that particular shipping point itself. Go back. Now let us maintain the assignment of this particular configuration, that is procurement details. Then we will be entering into another org structure. So assignment, materials management. Then we have assign purchase organization to company code. So we are going to maintain here purchase organization to our company code. Click on position. Now purchase organization code we are going to give here. So our purchase organization code, what we have defined is 8888, enter. Now here we are going to integrate our company code to purchase organization. With this, we should understand that why we are configuring, though we are into Simple Finance HANA, why we are configuring this? Because every entity has to be integrated to company code. So in real life, as we have different consultants and the other SD consultants available, so they would configure and give it to us. So we need not configure all these things. But here, to have our own data and to have our own perfect organizational structure, we are configuring even the logistics as well as the HR data also in finance. So here give your company code. So we have created our company code as 8888, enter, save. Save it in the request. Go back. Now you should also assign your purchase organization to the client. So continuation of this enterprise structure, assignment, materials management, then assign purchase organization to plant. So here we are even assigning our data to the purchase organization to the plant. Click on IMG activity, click on new entries, give your purchase organization details, plant, enter, save. Enter and save in your request, enter again. Now go back. Next, here we in real life we do have a standard purchase organization as well as a reference purchase organization. So here what are we doing is we are maintaining standard and purchase as the same purchase organization. So that standard purchase organization you're going to assign it to the plant. So we are telling the system that our standard purchase organization is itself our reference purchase organization. So click on position, give plant code, enter. So give the purchase organization created, enter, save the data. Enter and save in the request. Go back. Now assign purchase organization to reference purchase organization, which is the same thing what we are assigning. So click on new entries, give your purchase organization as well as your, okay, so we will go for the reference purchase organization as a standard purchase organization. So 0001, enter, save. Save in the request, go back. So with this we have done with the procurement enterprise structure. Now let's enter into the HR enterprise structure. So SPRO, IMG, enterprise structure, definition, HRM, human resource management, then define personnel areas. So OH01 is the T code to create your personnel area. So click on IMG activity, double click on personnel areas. So personnel area is nothing but the main branch or the headquarter of your organization. So I'm maintaining the same code as in personnel area code as well. Give the description, update the company name. So we have given our company name as brand new company. Enter, save. So we would give only the basic details. In real life, HR module people or module team will give with the full details of this. So give your company name, country field, which is a mandatory field, India, enter, IN, enter, save in the request, enter, go back. So we got a confirmation message, the data is saved, go back. Now next is personal sub-areas. Personal sub-areas are nothing but what are the different branches or different locations you have it in your main branch. So which like you can say simply the locations or business operation places. So the path is same till SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, definition, HRM, then personal sub-areas, and the transaction code for the same is OH02. Click on IMG activity, double click on create personal sub-areas. So your personal sub-area will be in your personal area itself. So your personal sub-area is the dependent activity on your personal area. So here we update your personal area code, enter. Click on new entries. So personal sub-area also we would say 8888, and let's say personal sub-area 1, or let's give it in short, personal sub-area for your company 888, and let's say another personal area we do have, let's say personal sub area for your company. Enter. Enter. Save. Saving the request. Enter. So we got a confirmation message. Go back. Now the next configuration is define employee group. So employee group is nothing but what are the type of employees are hired in the organization, because we have different type of employees like permanent employees, contract employees, wage based employees, piece rate system, wage rate systems. So different segregations of the employees can be there in a one particular organization, right? So here we are going to maintain that how many types of employee groups are available for our organization. So the menu path is SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, definition, HRM, human resource management, employee groups. And the transaction code for the same is OH03. So click on IMG activity. So let's say we do have two types of employees. So click on new entries and it is one character alphanumeric. So it can be only one. So before we go to new entries, let us see what are the numbers available, what are all the already given alphabets over here. So 1 to 9 is almost available. So I think we left over with only 0. Then we do have characteristics apart from BCDW. So let us go to new entries. So let us give 0 as in for permanent employee group. So permanent employee group, right? So let's give EG a shortcut for employee company code. And also we do have another type of employees like N. Let's go for N and let's say that those are the contract employees or the contract employee group for our company. And also let's say we do have another employee, let's say A, and let's say we do have apprenticeship. So we also take up apprentice holders. So enter. So let's say we do have three types of employee groups, that is 0 for permanent employee group, N for your contract employee group, and A for your apprenticeship. Enter. Save. Saving the request. Enter. Go back. Now employee subgroups. So here employee subgroups is nothing but for this type of employee groups, what is the pay scale structure? So for example, for the permanent type of employees, always it would be as he is a trained employee. So we would offer him a salary. It would be a salary based. So for the employee group for the employee group permanent, the pay scale structure or the employee subgroup assigned will be a salary based. Like that, for your contract employees, you can maintain either as a stipend based or in some other pay scale structure, or you can piece rate system or a wage system that we can maintain. And here the employee subgroups are created with 2-character alphanumeric key, and the menu path for the same is SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, definition, human resource management, employee subgroup. So here you can see OH04 is a T code for your employee subgroup. Click on IMG activity. Double click on define employee subgroup. So click on new entries. So if you remember, before clicking on new entries, let's see. Okay. So let's say employee subgroup. So we have given 0, right? So we will start with 0 itself and give as a 1 if it is not available, and we would pay him a salary. So it is called salary. Okay, employee subgroup, ESG for your company. Like that, we would pay NS for your, or let's say N1, for your N is for your contract employees, right? So for contract employees, let's say wage earner, for example, or let's say piece rate system or piece wage earner, and that is again your, then we would say A1 for your apprentices, we will give them a stipend. So stipend would be your employee subgroup. Enter. Okay. So it has taken 01 and A1, and N1 has already been given. So let us go for N0. Enter. Okay. N0 is already there. So let's go for NS. Yeah. N9. Yeah. So A1 is already there, it seems. So A9, A0, A2, okay, A7, A5. So let's say B1. It happens only here, not in the real life. So we'll go with the brand new, right? BR, or let's say BS, BR. Okay, let us give some other company. N8. Yeah. So 01 is for salary, and that is basically for your permanent employee group. And N9 would be your wage rate system, piece wage rate system for your contract employee group. And N8 is for your apprentice employee group, where do you paid as a stipend. Enter, saving the request, go back, cancel the screen. Now let's do the assignment. So here SPRO, IMG, enterprise structure, assignment, human resource management. Then the first assignment here also we would say that assign personnel area to company code. So even the HR organizational structure have to be integrated with your company code. So here assignment of personnel area to company code, and the transaction code is OH05. So click on IMG activity, click on position. So give your personal area, enter. So here we are. Now give the company code which we have created, 8888. So here in SAP HRM, we work with country grouping codes. So for each country, SAP has given a standard code. So whichever country's project you're working on, so we have to integrate that code to our personal area as well as to the company code. So if you hit F4, so we can see 01 is for Germany because it is the first country to adopt SAP, and like that 02 Switzerland, Netherlands, 05 Great Britain. Instead of UK we'd have directly Great Britain, 08 Denmark, 09 USA, 10. Like that, if you see for India it would be 40. Can you see? So it is 40. Enter. Save the data. Saving the request. So we get a confirmation message. Go back. Now the next assignment. So menu path is the same. SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, assignment, HRM. Then you have assign employee subgroup to employee group. So here we show a relationship between your employee group as well your employee subgroup. Click on ING activity. Click on new entries. Now here employee group. So first employee group we had 0, right? So 0 for permanent employee group. So for permanent employee group, the employee subgroup what we have given is 01, if I'm not wrong, salary based. Hit enter. Now check the box country 40. Enter, save, enter in the request. So we do have another employee subgroup and employee group. So go back one step, then click on position again. So, okay, I'm sorry, it's not position. Click on new entries. So we have another employee group, which was for your stipend base, that is contract employees. And we created it as N, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so we created contract employees and we gave N9, if I'm not wrong, as a piece weight system. Enter and check the box 40. Enter, save. So we do have apprenticeship also. So go back one step, click on new entries. So we created for apprentices a code called A, yeah. Then the employee subgroup what we have given is BS. No. So let us hit F4 and check it. Yeah. Yeah, for that we have given a stipend, right? So maybe, so let us find out. Stipend. Yeah, so we gave N8. Enter. Check the box 40. Enter. Save. Go back. So with this we have done with the total enterprise structure of all the modules, nothing but the total organizational structure maintenance. So let us view our organizational structure. So let us go for EC01. Enter. Yeah, so here we can see a company code. 88 is our company code. Yeah. So we can see our company code details, the company details. You can just expand it. So here we can see the details. So company code details, our credit control area details, plant details. So you can see in the plant what are the things. So in the company we have the credit control area, the plant tree structure, where we have all the plant organizational structure. Then the sales organization, purchase organization. So sales organization, again, it is an integrated with your distribution channel, sales organization, divisional assignment, and all the entities have been assigned to your company code. Then we can see the purchase organization, whereas your purchase organization is integrated with your company code. Then coming to your personal area. So personal area is again your HR enterprise structure, which is integrated with your company code as well. So this is your organizational structure. You can also maintain it in those things. So personal area, company code. So company code, enter. So these things we can view it here. So if you want to directly print this organizational structure, you can directly hit Control P or go to this and create it. So in this way, we maintain the organizational structure. Now, so if you want to go with the organizational object, yes, we can maintain here. Suppose your company code, you want to check it, give your company code, enter. So it will check from all the table entries available, and then it will display you the company code details. So the data is compiling in the background with that particular table entries. So we can just, it takes a bit, time to compile. So we can see the income information it has been given. So completed activities, company code check. So here, whatever company code details we have done as if now, all the company code details are correct. Now for this company code, if you want to see the structure wise, so it is a navigation wise, we can check it up, enter. So this is again your navigation. So in this way, we have done with the organizational structure. So viewing of organizational structure can be maintained in your EC01. Now, let us maintain the configurations relating to the financial accounting settings. So as we know, to maintain or to relate it to financial accounting, fiscal year, posting period configuration, document types configuration, field status variant configurations, posting keys configurations are mandatory in order to complete this financial accounting settings. Here in S4HANA, few enhancements are there. Apart from these available configurations, we are going to do few more configurations related to financial accounting also. So SPRO, SAP reference IMG. So first we will be doing the base things. Financial accounting global settings. Then here you can see ledgers. So fields. So we do have standard fields. We do have customer fields also. So now first, if you see here in the financial accounting global settings, the starting field is all about your field status variant. Then when we come to ledgers and ledger, we can see the ledgers for settings for ledger and currencies types and what is the ledger group you're defining. Then we have fiscal year and posting period. So first, if you see the difference between your ECC and your S4 HANA, S4 Simple Finance HANA, we can see here. We can even have a edit fiscal year calendar over here. Earlier in ECC, we would have only two configurations to be done. That was your maintain fiscal year variant, which is also your shortened fiscal year variant, and then assign company code to your fiscal year variant. But here we also had an opportunity or had an enhancement of edit your fiscal year calendar. So let's see what is an edit. So you can you can edit your source calendar to your target calendar. So here you can give your fiscal year variant what you want to copy it or edit it from, and to which fiscal year you want to edit it, that also. So basically this is allowed in your migration process. So here we would first define your maintained fiscal year variant, and the menu path for the same is, let us have a transaction codes on the screen itself. So menu path for the same is SPRO, SAP reference IMG, financial accounting global settings, ledgers, fiscal year. So first we will be working with the base things which we have doing from the initial stage. Then we'll be going with the enhanced configurations. Maintain fiscal year variant. So the transaction code for the same is OV2929. Click on IMG activity. Click on new entries. Now here you can also see we do have an offsetting fields over here. Earlier it was only your fiscal year description, calendar year field, year dependent field, number of posting periods field, number of special periods fields. But here you do have an extension of fiscal weeks, offsetting entries. So let's see what is offsetting before your fiscal year. So number of fiscal years before current fiscal year. So it happens only when you're going with the migration concept. So here we can see it specifies the number of fiscal years calculated in the past before the current fiscal year in your fiscal calendar year. So as it is on premise, so we are going to migrate it from target system to source system. Let's say from ECC to the new SAP S/4HANA system, or from classic to your new business suite. Then the past fiscal year data will be given here. What is the purpose of this is a fiscal calendar is calculated for a period covering multiple fiscal years. So here what is the meaning of this fiscal calendar is it can be done for the multiple fiscal years, and the system calculates the fiscal year in which the fiscal calendar starts with the number of fiscal years before the current fiscal year. So here you are going to maintain your number of fiscal years before your current fiscal year configuration. We generate a fiscal calendar once after we create or modify a fiscal year variant. When a fiscal calendar is generated for a fiscal year variant, fiscal calendar data is calculated, such as fiscal years, periods, weeks, and quarters. With start and end data for a calendar date, the fiscal calendar is then updated automatically and moves So fiscal calendar data is used in transactional as well as analytic applications. So here the meaning of your transactional and analytic applications is OLAP and OLTP applications. And here, what is the default fiscal code is 20. So you can use 20 fiscal years. The example of this is the current fiscal year, for example, let's say it is 2018, and we want our repeating period to go back for the 10 fiscal years. We also want to have a report back for 10 fiscal years. Then here we are going to enter it as 10. For example, if a fiscal calendar starts in 2008, then when we move to the fiscal year 2019, the fiscal calendar is recalculates and starts in 2009. So here by default, it will be given as 10 or 20. So now let us give our fiscal year variant. So let us go with the same code, like I'm going with a 88. And let's say it is April to March. And number of posting periods as usual 4. And let's say offsetting, let's say 10 years. So I just given us 10. Enter, save in the request. Now select the row, double click on periods in order to give your fiscal year. So here you can see the header details. So fiscal year variant, your number of posting periods, number of special periods, and you want number of fiscal years before the present fiscal year, a 10 new entries. Now here we are going to give the details: month, day in that particular months, then period is the starting period, April as a starting period, then next year January. So year shift, as usual, we know that the first 3 months would be -1 to indicate the system that that fiscal year or that month doesn't belong to that particular year, whereas it belongs to the past fiscal year. 30, 6, 0, 10, 31, 7, 0, I'm sorry, 11, 30, 8, 0, 12, 31, 9, 0. Enter, save. Now, this particular fiscal year variant, we're going to assign it to the company code. So go back, edit fiscal year calendar. We are not going to do that. So assign company code to your fiscal year variant. Click on IMG activity. Click on position. So give your company code, enter. So it has taken us to the very first row. So update the fiscal year variant, enter, save. Save it in the request. So posting period configurations, we will be resuming it in the next session. Thank you.